Hello, you are listening to Dr. Sushma Singh. Today we start Block 7 Dynamics of Social Processes, Unit 25 Urbanization. We are sure we have heard the word urbanization and must have a fair idea of what it means. We probably associate it with the growth of cities. Urbanization indeed is a process of becoming urban, moving to cities, changing from agriculture to other pursuits common to cities such as trade, manufacturing, industry and management, and corresponding changes of behavior patterns. It is a process of expansion in the entire system of interrelationship by which a population maintains itself in its habitat. An increase in the size of towns and cities leading to growth of urban population is the most significant dimension of urbanization. The urban centers are essentially non-agricultural in character. In ancient times, there have been many cities such as Rome or Baghdad, but ever since industrialization and increasing industrial production, cities have grown phenomenically, and now urbanization is very much a part of our contemporary life. What exactly constitutes urban, and what is the process of urbanization will be dealt with in the following section. We will also talk about various theories associated with urbanization. We will discuss the growth of cities and some of the problems associated with urban centers as well. Now let us move to the point urban and urbanism. What is an urban area? The term is used in two senses, demographic and sociological. Demographically, the focus is on the size and density of population and nature of work of the majority of the adult males. Sociologically, the focus is on heterogeneity, impersonality, interdependence, and the quality of life. Tony is differentiated between Jamie Inscraft and Jessie Inscraft, means rural and urban communities in terms of social relationships and values. The former is one in which the social bonds are based on close personal ties of kinship and friendship, and the emphasis is on tradition, consensus, and informality, while in the later, impersonal and secondary relationships predominate and the interaction of people is formal, contractual, and dependent on the special function or service they perform. Other sociologists like Max Weber and George Samuel has stressed on the dense living conditions, rapidity of change and impersonal interaction in urban settings. In India, the demographic and economic indexes are important in defining specific areas as city or town. The census definition of town remained more or less the same for the period 1901 to 1951, but in 1961 a new definition was adopted. Up to 1951, town included an habitat locality with a total population of not less than 5,000 persons. Every municipality, corporation and notified areas of whatever size and all civil lines not included within multiple limits. Thus, the primary criteria for deciding whether a particular place is a town or not was the administrative setup rather than the size of population. Because of this definition, many of the towns in reality were nothing more than overgrowth of villages. In 1961, town was redefined and determined on the basis of the number of empirical tests. A minimum population of 5,000, a density not less than 1,000 per square mile, 3/4 of the occupations of the working population should be outside of agriculture, and the place should have a few characteristics and amenities such as newly founded industrial area, large housing settlements, and places of tourist importance and civic amenities. As a result of the new definition of the town was a reduction in the total number of towns in India between 1951 to 61. The 1961 basis was adopted in 1971, 1981 and 1991 censuses too for defining towns. Sociologists do not attach much importance to the size of population in the definition of city because the minimum population standards are vary greatly. A city is an administratively defined unit of territory containing a relatively large, dense and permanent settlement of socially heterogeneous individuals. Urban refers to the set of specialized non-agricultural activities that are characterized of but not exclusive to city dwellers. A ruling class with a capacity of taxation and capital accumulation and writing and its application to predictive sciences, artistic expression and the trade for vital material are the kinds of specialized activity necessary to the definition of the emergence of a truly urban place. The 1971 census introduced the term urban agglomerations. Very often large railway colonies, university campuses, port areas, military camps, etc. come up outside the statutory limits of the city or towns but adjoining it. Such areas may not be themselves qualified to be treated as towns, but if they formed a continuous spread with the adjoining town, it would be realistic to treat them as urban. Such settlements have been termed as outgrowths and may cover a whole village or a part of a village. Two or more towns may also be contiguous to each other. Such towns, together with their outgrowths, have been treated as one urban unit and called urban agglomeration. Now, urbanization. Urbanization has been defined by various scholars as patterns of culture and social interaction resulting from the concentration of large populations into relatively small areas. It reflects an organization of society in terms of a complex division of labor, high levels of technology, high mobility, interdependence of its members in fulfilling economic functions, and impersonality in social relations. Urbanism as a way of life, Louis Wirth believes, may be empirically approached from three interrelated perspectives: as a physical structure with a population base, technology and ecological order; as a system of social organization with a structure and a series of institutions, secondary contact, weakening of kinship ties, etc.; as a set of attitudes, ideas and conciliation of personalities; increased personal disorganization, suicide, crime, delinquency and corruption. Here we want to close this lecture. Thanks for listening.